Hi guys, welcome to this session on Microsoft PowerPoint. In this module I want to show you some of the most common or more common key commands that you might want to use in PowerPoint and also while you're presenting a PowerPoint presentation. So the first one I want to do is one that's an Office standard one, Control N, which is a new presentation or a new file. And then if I do Control W straight away, that will close that window down. If I typed anything, it would have asked me if I wanted to save it. If I do Control and M, that is the key command for a new slide. You can see that there. If I do Control Z to undo that. Now because M and N are next to each other on the keyboard, quite often people get those two mixed up. There's Control N, there's Control M. I'll just undo both of that and then Control W to close it. Now, to get into full screen presentation mode, the function key F5 will put the PowerPoint into full screen and start on the first slide. If you press escape, it comes back down. Now, if you're on a particular slide and you want to see what this slide, for example, looks like in full screen, I don't need to press F5 and then click through all the slides to get to this one. I can do Shift and F5 and it will take me to that slide. And again, if I press escape, it will bring me back down. Now if I go back on to, well, I don't need to, I'll just press F5 to start at the beginning. While you're in presentation mode, there's a few key commands that are quite cool. The letter G will show you all your slides, and I've got these in sections, so it's in mine, it's showing you all the different sections. If I press G again, it just comes back to the slide that you was on. So G on its own, no control key, no shift or alt, just letter G by itself. And now the letter B by itself will black the screen. Black the screen. So if you're presenting and you need to walk across the projector, for example, you don't want to silhouette yourself, you just press B and then B again to come back. Now W will do the same sort of thing, except it will make the screen white, and if I press W again, it comes back. Now if I go forward a couple of slides onto a different slide, the letter P does previous, basically goes back a slide. It's like using the backspace key, I suppose. Now if I come forward again, if you're in the middle of your presentation and you want to go to any particular slide and you know the number of that slide, so if I want to go to slide number 4, I just basically press 4 on the keyboard and enter, and it will take me there. So if I go 1, enter, it takes me to the title slide, and that is quite cool. Now the control key and S normally is save, but in full screen mode you get a list of all your slides, which is quite an old way of doing that now, and you've got to go to there. I'll just get rid of that. I'm not sure you'd need to do that anymore because the letter G, remember, shows you your presentation structure anyhow. Bringing G back, but I just wanted to show you that one. So that was Control S. So if you did Control S and you wasn't in this view, presentation view, obviously that's going to be save as. Now if I do Shift and the F10 function key, that gives you the same as what the right mouse click would do. So if I click away from that and then right mouse click, that's the same sort of information coming up there. It's a context, a menu. Now at the moment I've got the arrow pointer on the screen. You can see it there. If I use the key command Control and L, that changes to what's called the laser pointer. And if you don't like that, you can just do Control L again and it will turn it off. Now if I go forward a bit in the presentation, on the keyboard the home button takes you to the first slide and the end button takes you to the last slide, like so. If I press escape on the keyboard, that will bring me back down to the normal view, and then you can see all your slides in this view. So that's just a very few of the many key commands, but I think they're some of the more common ones and some of the ones that will be useful for you when you're doing a presentation. So hopefully that was of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you on the next one.